that to them. They did a great job. We just, we got a long way to go, you know. Sanaya, Isaiah, Madison aren't coming back through the doors there, and we've got to do a better job. Offensively, we're still doing too much one-on-one, not reversing the ball, not getting movement, and that's on me. Got to do a better job of trying to make sure we require that. You know, I thought we did some good things to get back in it after digging a hole early, and then we let them make a run at the end of the half and a run to start the second half, and could never get back out of that. So we got to make sure, you know, we come out in the third quarter and play better than we did today. But we struggled to shoot the ball at some positions, and you know, that makes it hard when some of our veterans don't have their best days or whatever. So, but again, it comes back. I think we got to offensively, we got to, you know, get a little more ball movement and try to get body movement instead of just going one-on-one and watching. So it's going to be an important day for us to clean up.
Questions? Players talked a lot about energy, saying that they need more energy.
Yeah.
Why do you think that lack of energy is coming?
I don't know. You know, again, what I said to them after the game, we don't have a lot of energy, enthusiasm. You know, I don't know if people are worrying too much about, you know, their own game and what's happening instead of worrying about, you know, our team. But they're, you know, we're the only ones that can fix it, us and the players. We can't sit here and feel sorry for ourselves. Obviously, we hadn't lost here at home in a long, long time, but it's a new team. And no seniors, so we got to have everybody step up a little bit.
Is that lack of energy kind of the biggest reason the teams had these slow starts, or is there something else you think that it's?
Is that what?
Is the lack of energy kind of the biggest part of the slow starts you guys had in the last couple of games?
The slow start we've had? No.
Just the last few games.
It's been that way in practice. It's been that way in shoot around. You know, everything we do. So we don't have a whole lot of energy people on the team, I guess. It's mostly, they're a little bit more solemn or sometimes laid back, and neither one of those are good. We got to have some energy.
Coach, Zoe Camille shot just 6 of 37 from the field.
Yeah.
Were they forcing shots? Was it a defensive matchup? Like, what were you seeing?
Yeah, I think a lot of it was we're taking some tough shots, but again, that falls back on me. I got to make sure we're getting ball movement and we're getting movement in general from our players instead of, like I said, the ball sticking and person going one-on-one. So that's part of it. But you know, I do think we at times had some decent looks and just didn't knock them down. You know, I thought Tilda obviously had a really good game. I thought Destiny Lunan came in off the bench, played well, as did Maddie Cox. So, you know, we need to look at all that. You know, I think Devin had a pretty good game as well. So, it's got to get everybody clicking at the same time, though, when you're playing this level of competition. But you're right, it's tough when your veteran players, you know, are having an off night.
You're finally through the first 4 games of the season. You played 3 ranked matchups, and you're sitting at 2-2. Is there not any regret, but like, what did you notice in that stretch?
Yeah, it's a tough call. I mean, we're not going to lower our standards. You know, we're going to keep our expectations high and play a good schedule. Is it tough for a young team? Yeah, probably so. But, you know, to be honest with you, a week ago we could have won that game. And I again, blame myself for that. Maybe not being clear enough on some things, but, you know, I'm still waking up 4 or 5 in the morning thinking about what I could have done in that game. I know I need to move on and worry about the next one, but, you know, we got to fix it ourselves. You know, again, there's nothing, we're not going to change personnel, whatever, as far as who's on the bench, who's on the team. We got who we got, so we got to get better.
You mentioned Maddie. How important do you think her defensive presence is going to be as you move forward this season?
Who's?
Maddie
Cox? Yeah, I mean, I think Maddie played well when she went in, you know, and, you know, again, Suarez, she killed us last year when she was at Cal, and now she got us again here at TCU, and, you know, her and Camille were on, Camille and Maddie were on her most of the time, and, but we had to help them some too, and we didn't do a good job of that, so. But yeah, Maddie, I thought played extremely well, and she's a veteran, been in the program a couple of years, knows what's going on. I think that's invaluable as well, because right now we've got so many young players. There's times I call for something and two of them don't know what the heck we're doing. So again, that's on me, but, yeah, Maddie's presence is solid.
You talked before the season about Zoe's leadership and being a test for her leadership skills this season. Are you seeing what you need to see from her quite yet?
Again, I know it's hard on her. You know, last year she had Sanai and Isaiah taking heat off of her. And now this year she's gonna be kind of the marked person, and so that's a little bit tougher. And just not having, you know, that experience around her. You know, when you have 3 kids that were in the program, 2 of them 4 years, 1 of them 3 years, they kind of insulated her, you know, and protected her. And now we don't have that experience around her, so it puts a little more pressure on her.
Can a loss like this ignite your team to find that energy and find that spark that you're looking for?
What's that?
Can a loss like this ignite your team with energy and that spark that you're looking
Boy,
for?
I don't know. I hope, you know. Good question. You know, it would me, but heck, we got beat last Sunday too, so, you know, how many is it gonna take? But, yeah, you know, our players talk all the time about being dogs. Well, what kind of dog are we? Are we a Chihuahua or are we a Doberman? What are we? You know, Pit Bull, I don't know. But now's when you gotta come out fighting, and that's what I told them, when you're having an off shooting day, I've told them this before, that's where your competitiveness has to take over. When you're having an off night shooting the ball, you gotta find other ways, whether it's defending, rebounding, whatever. And, you know, sometimes we tend to hang our heads when things aren't going well, when that's really when you need to turn up the fight. So, I hope.
Last question. All right, thanks guys.
All right, thank you.